Impressed by what Excel can do so far? Here's more news for you. Excel can help you in making finance decisions by being a time value of money calculator. This concept is based on the idea that the value of money might be worth less in the future due to considerations for factors like opportunity cost and inflation. It has built-in functions that can perform time value of money calculations, such as present value, future value, payment, and other important financial operations. In the first part of this chapter, you will learn to use Excel as a financial calculator to determine present and future values, as well as other important determinants when you are taking out a loan or making investments. The first concept that we're going to cover in this chapter is PV, present value. And this is the concept based on the idea that your money's worth today is more than the same amount in the future. That is due to different factors that influence the value of your money and could make it worth less in the future. For instance, let's assume that you have $1,000 and you're debating on whether to spend it or save it for the future. If you spend it now, you're going to get the full value of the $1,000, but if you decide to save it for next year, you might not get the full value of your $1,000 because the value of your money decreases over time due to inflation. In short, the value of $1,000 that you have today is more than the value of $1,000 that you are going to have in the future. Let's take a look at an example. So you're making an investment of $10,000 each month, and that is going to be over a period of 3 years. You've got 6% for the interest rate, and you want to find out what the present value is. The interest rate refers to the cost of borrowing or the return on the investment for lending money. So when you're making an investment, your money value increases based on a certain rate. When you're borrowing money, you are paying a certain amount to the lender as a fee. So this percentage, whether added or deducted to your money, is what we call interest rate. To make it easier for us to figure out what we are going to be plugging into our present value formula, let's start by filling the values in C3, C4, and C5. So my interest rate is 6%. The number of payments is going to be 3 because I'm going to be paying over a period of 3 years. The monthly payment is 10,000. And now, what is my present value? I'm going to hit equal, PV, and I'm going to hit tab. So my rate is 6%. However, since the periodic payments are paid monthly, the interest rate should also be monthly. So I'm going to divide my interest rate by 12. Next, I want to insert the number of periods. So each payment is made monthly, so the number of periods will be the number of years multiplied by 12 so that I know exactly how many months there are. Then I am going to insert the monthly payment in cell C5, and both the future value and the type are going to be omitted here because the future value is 0 since payments are made at the end of each month. Now, if I close my parentheses and hit enter, you will note that I'm getting a negative value. Excel does that because the present value calculated is an outgoing payment. To fix this, I'm going to add a negative sign just before C5, which is the monthly payment, and hit enter. And so this is the present value of my investment. The future value of your money is how much an investment you made today will be worth at some point in the future. It is how much an investment will grow over time based on the rate it is earning. So for example, if you invest $1,000 today and the interest rate is 4% each year, then the future value of your money in 5 years is going to be $1,216.65, which is almost, an increase of $217. In simple terms, the future value lets you know how much money you will end up with in the future based on the interest rate that is accruing. Let's assume you want to borrow $15,000 for your wedding celebration. And the interest rate is 3.5, and this is compounded quarterly. and it's over a period of 5 years. What is the loan amount that you're going to be paying at the end of the 5 years? The interest rate is 3.5%. The number of payments is 5. The present value is 15,000. And now let's begin with our future value formula. Equals FV. And now as for the rate, this is going to be divided by 4 as it is compounded quarterly. So it's going to be cell C14 divided by 4. The number of payments will also be multiplied by 4 as the interest rate is compounded quarterly. So I'm just going to hit times 4. The payment and the type of investment are also both going to be 0. And lastly, the present value is going to be in cell C16. But since it is an outgoing payment, I'm also going to include the negative sign right before C16. And I'm going to close my parentheses and hit enter. And this is going to be my loan amount that I'm going to be paying off after 5 years. Wondering how long it's going to take you to get to a certain amount of money? The NPER function is the number of periods to calculate the time it's going to take you to reach that certain amount or to pay off a certain loan. Let's say you're able to spare $200 from each monthly paycheck you receive to save an amount of $1,000. If you earn a 4% rate of return on your savings, the NPER formula can be used to figure out how many months it's going to take you to get to that $1,000. Let's move on to the example in your classwork. Let's assume you have $800 and you want to make an investment in some stocks. How many years is it going to take you if you invest at an interest rate of 11% compounded annually? So the interest rate right over here is going to be 11%. And my present value is $800. And then my future value is going to be doubling my $800, which is $1,600. Now let's find out in how many years will I be able to double my investment. So I'm going to hit NPER. I'm going to enter the rate of 11%, and I don't need to do any further calculations here because it is yearly. My payment is going to be 0 since there are no periodic payments being made. My present value is 800, and my future value is going to be C23, which is 1600. Now again, if I hit enter, I'm going to get a negative value. So I need to change the sign of either my present value or future value to negative. And this is my way of telling Excel that one of the amounts is an inflow and the other is an outflow. So I'm going to insert negative right before my future value. Alright, so lastly, you want to pay off $400,000 for your house loan, and this is going to be over a period of 30 years. The yearly interest rate is 4.5%, not bad. What is your monthly payment? Periodic payments are the fixed amounts of money that you earn or pay over a specified period of time, whether you're making an investment or taking out a loan. This function in Excel allows you to answer the question of how much your periodic payment is going to be. Now let's see how this works out in the example in the classwork. My interest rate is 4.5%. Now the number of payments, this is going to be over 30 years. My present value is $400,000. No future value, and my periodic payment is what I need to calculate. Note that my future value is 0 because I want to repay the loan amount in full. So my payment is going to be equals to the interest rate divided by 12, since I want it monthly, the number of payments times 12, and the present value is going to be 400,000 and the future value is going to be equals to 0. And again, I'm going to insert the negative sign right over here and hit enter. Now what I can also do is, instead of entering the future value as 0, I can reference the cell C32. So this represents my monthly payment.